Hi guys, so in this video we're going to cover some basic lip makeup, and by basic I mean the very basic. We're not talking about doing reds and pinks, and it's not about color. It's largely about enhancement of the lip as a feature itself. So what does enhancement mean? Just like how you would contour and highlight the face, you could do that to the lips as well, and you'll see actually in great music videos with stars like Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce, they all have enhanced lips. And that does not mean that just one color has gone into creating that kind of a lip. And if you notice, a lot of them were naked colors, very nude colors. But a lot of structure has gone into creating that kind of a nude lip. It only looks like it has structure because of the contouring and highlighting. And as a pro artist, as a professional, that approach to lip makeup is very important, because just like everything else, like how you enhance the eyes, the face, the cheekbones, the jawline, lips need as much attention too, especially when you use very nude colors. So what I'm going to start with is basically lip lining, and in that, while lip lining, I'll show you how to cover contouring using lip lining, because that actually creates shadows that naturally occur on the lip and actually enhance the shape of the mouth. So I'm going to get started. I prefer always to kind of saturate the lips with some kind of a balm before I get started. What this does is not only hydrates the lips, but it also kind of plumps out the lines that you normally find on the lips and makes application with lip liners easier. As you know that lip liners can tend to get a little stubborn while applying. So not take it off completely, but give it a good dab. I'm going to do nude lips, but what I'm going to do is apply contours and highlights to the lips, so you can see that that kind of a framework actually makes the lips look very full. Alright, full in a good way. I'm going to start with a deeper color, and if you notice, I'll never ever go pointed like this with the lip pencil, because that creates a very thin line. What you want to do is angle the lip pencil so you get a bit of the color into the lip as well. It makes it very easy to blend. Don't forget the inner corner of the lip, it's as important as everything else. Most people tend to leave this. So of course there's no rule that you need to start only here at the Cupid's bow, but it just makes it gives you a better indication of the fullness, which is why most people start from there. So if you notice, I'm applying at an angle, so a bit of the color comes in as well, see? All you need to do is blend that out. Likewise, turn the lip so the point goes inside and you don't miss the corner. Turn the pencil, so you put the point in the corner and then swipe. Also, you must be wondering why I haven't asked her to smile or stretch her lips or anything. I find, can you smile? If you ask a person to smile and then do the lip liner, the chances are that the lip shape gets distorted. When the lips are in their most relaxed state, it's easier to get the lip shape that you require. And then of course, when you're filling in, you can have the model stretch her lips so you can fill the color in. But working on a shape is so much better when the lips are this relaxed. Now I've drawn the lip line. Now what I'm going to do is take a lip brush and literally blend so you don't quite see the line and the color kind of disappears into the lip. You'll probably think that no contour has happened yet, but when I put the lighter color, you'll be able to see that there's quite a fullness to the mouth that has been created by adding this step. Now the one other thing I will do, so just like you would do in an eye makeup, you'll darken the corners, because that is where the shadows fall naturally, just in the corners. So if you can see, I'm pulling the color out from the corners. So let's say if you talk about this as far as trends go, you could call this an ombre lip. It's a very subtle, natural ombre lip, and like I said, with a smoky eye, you can intensify as you go. So right now I'm still keeping it very flesh toned, But maybe, just maybe, towards the end, after I suss out everything, I may deepen the contrast using even a darker pencil, but in the same skin kind of tones. So just darkening the lip where the contours naturally occur. Not really pulling the color in, but just tapping off the edges so it looks blended. You don't displace the color, you just literally make sure that there are no lines there. Now, taking a lighter, you can go as light as you want. So I'm taking a flesh colored, very flesh colored pencil and working it in the parts of the lips that I haven't yet touched. So the bare parts of the lips. And notice how, just like in an eye makeup, I'm going only in the center, not touching the corners. Now what this does is it instantly gives the lip a pout, a fullness, because it's a lighter color. So what you're essentially doing is giving it a more three-dimensional approach versus just doing one flat color. So what this does is, although the lips are still very nude, there's actual dimension happening on the lips. You can see that there's a pout, so there's a center is more pillowy, more full, whereas the corners are contoured and receding, but still the mouth looks very elegant, if you know what I mean. I've used a very naked liner just to fill the center, but this is not necessary. You can do it with a concealer as well. Just tap. Now, I just feel like adding one more dimension of contour. So I'm going in with a deep plum, but I'm not going to change the color, so to speak, but just add intensity in the corners to show you the contrast. These kind of looks work very well for editorials or bridals. If somebody has very lined lips or lips with very dry skin, it'll be better if you, in the very beginning of the application, before removing the balm, you take a clean toothbrush and with the lip balm on the lips, you just clean up so you get some of the dead skin away. So once you put a deeper color, you'll see more contour coming through. This is just to intensify what I'm trying to explain to you. When using the lip brush, gently dab that off, paint it inwards so it appears like one seamless color. But it still keeps with the flesh story. Now once you have that done, add a lip color of your choice. I'm using a soft kind of a nude fleshy pink brown. Again, I'm not going to touch the corners of the lips so that they stay looking contoured and dark. I'm focusing mainly on the highlighted part of the lips, the part of the lips that naturally catch light. This is a great way to make very thin lips fuller as well, and using a flesh tone actually makes thin lips even fuller. Dark colors make thin lips appear thinner, whereas lighter colors make them look fuller. So this kind of a trick would work very well if you had to enhance somebody's lips and make them fuller. So just to finish off and add a third dimension to make it very 3D lips, take a lip gloss of your choice and add it only to the center, not to the entire lip. What this will do is it will actually create this 3D highlight kind of effect. So the center of the lip stands out and becomes the most highlighted part, making the lip look extra full. Again, a great trick, even if you were not doing this entire thing, it's a great way of making thinner lips look fuller. So don't blend in the lip gloss right till the edge of the mouth. Keep the contours in place, just like in an eyeshadow where you wouldn't touch the dark outsides. Don't touch the insides of the lip. And always, to finish up, no matter what kind of lip makeup you're doing, if you want the lip to be in focus, make sure that you clean up around the feature to make the lip come back into sharp focus. If the model happens to have very dark pigmentation around her lips, make sure that it's been color corrected using a color corrector and concealer. Right now I'm just using a compact powder to clean up around her lips and a flat concealer brush, so it allows me access around the mouth. And you can create as many dimensions as you want to this makeup. It's a fabulous way to do a base when you're applying glitter on the lips as well, because glitters or any highlighting product can make something go very flat. So this is a fabulous way for you to learn that you can actually contour a lip. And now, of course, this is just the very beginning. From here you can take it many places. You can do very deep ombre lips with burgundies and reds, and there's so much to do, but knowing how to apply a contour is the most important thing. And if you notice, our model does have not very thick lips, but with this she appears to have more of a full mouth than before, and that all has to do with the contouring and highlighting of the lip. And don't confuse this as the only method to do it. You can also use only mattes. There's no need to add a gloss at all. If you're using mattes, again, theory is the same. Go from dark to light, and that should help you.